what is your position on AB 32, the greenhouse gas bill?
Oh, I think I already addressed that before, but I'll address it again. I was in Sacramento when the governor was pushing AB 32. And at the time, the head of the Air Resources Board was a doctor by the name of Bob Sawyer. And Dr. Sawyer believed in regulation, but he did not believe in cap and trade. And he opposed the Schwarzenegger administration on that. So he got called in to a meeting with the governor's office, and he thought he had convinced him that cap and trade was not the way to go, which is the cornerstone of AB 32. The governor's office handed him his resignation letter and said, sign it. So hence, we now have cap and trade. The entire consortium of the AB 32 is based upon the idea that global warming is created by humans. We now know that that is falling apart, and we are not the cause of global warming, but there's a lot of the staff of AB 32 who actually increased the emissions from some of the heavy equipment, for example, machinery equipment, and then forced these people to sell that equipment, and then they said, oops. So I adamantly oppose AB 32. The job killer.
All right, Mr. Jones, excuse Mr. Jones.
AB 32 is killing businesses in California, and not only is it killing them, it's chasing them out of state into states like Nevada, Oregon, Arizona, and Texas. And while our economy is shrinking, all of those states' economies are growing. And we're doing it to ourselves, and we're allowing our legislators to do it to us. AB 32 is a bad law based on bad science, and it needs to be completely repealed and turned over.
Mr. Hanson.
AB 32 is a good law. It's the only way we're going to generate new businesses, and also with cap and trade. There's new ones coming out. But whatever the case may be, we know our economy is not working. We don't have industry, and we have reached the energy bubble, or we wouldn't be drilling a mile beneath the sea off the Gulf of Mexico. We have all sorts of renewable energy that can be developed here, and it can be developed rapidly. And that is the hope for our new economy. We have developed a consumer economy where we consume more than we produce over the last 30 years. We are the ones who had photovoltaic cells and wind energy in the 70s. We put them in the trash, and China and Germany picked them up. We need to do everything we can to get that manufacturing back to generate real jobs, and that's the only way our economy is going to work. So I am for cap and trade. I'm totally opposed to Prop 16. It comes from the same place as the repeal of AB 32 does.
Let's go ahead and pass Mr. Welch. Mr. Welch, your position on AB 32?
I think the first thing we have to do is suspend it. This thing's going to cost $150 billion. It's going to be a job killer. It's going to further burden businesses in California and really push us over the edge. One of the problems is that this is a unilateral decision, meaning that only California wants to do this. Even if global warming were a reality, which I seriously doubt, if California were doing it alone in the vacuum, it's not going to work. California is the 8th largest economy in the world. It's a huge place. If you do it without China doing it, without India doing it, you're doing it by yourself for no reason. It makes no difference. You're just trying to make a point. And you're going to destroy the economy of California in the process. I'm not willing to do it. I say we must suspend it.
All right, thank you. I'll go ahead and start on this end with Pastor Stevens.
I'm against it. You know, when I was in school, we were taught about global cooling. Right now, we're all supposed to be in the ice age. I don't know if you know that or not. I think we just got to find the guys that fix global cooling, and they can get them to fix global warming. Our state's electrical rates right now are 44% higher than the national average. We are number 2, San Diego being SDG&E. We are number 2 in personal electrical rates. AB 32 is destined to increase that by another 30%. It's got to go. I'm against it.
All right, thank you. And I'll go ahead and pass this to Mr. Stone.
Thank you. I'm adamantly opposed to AB 32 job killer bill that's going to add a 12% tax to the businesses that are already leaving the state. By the time it's implemented, there'll be no businesses to oppose AB 32 on because they're all going to be gone. They say that Governor Schwarzenegger's been the best governor the states of Nevada, Washington, Oregon, and Texas have ever seen because without any marketing campaigns, they're all going there. before we have any bills that get passed by the state legislature, there should be something called an economic development impact report, like an environmental impact report that says what is going to be the cost to society to implement this bill. We do not have global warming that's a result of man. It's based on false sciences. It's Earth going through its regular cycles. I am opposed to AB 32 and SB 375.
Okay. Mr. Clay?
Thank you. No, I support AB 32. I grew up in Orange County. I don't know if any of you did, but I remember the orange skies there at night and in the daytime and throughout the day. And they said it was because of air pollution caused by smog from vehicles. And there was a lot of criticism when people said, let's put catalytic converters on cars to prevent the smog. It was going to cost too much money. It was going to decrease the efficiency of our vehicles, which seems to be quite the opposite, in fact. And it wasn't going to work, bottom line, and it was going to ruin our economy. It didn't do that. You can go to Orange County now and actually breathe the air. There are places where we do have continued smog problems, but it is far improved from when I was a child there. And I think the hysteria about AB 32 is overblown. There is a definitive study on global warming every other week, swinging back and forth. I've been reading them. There is no guarantee, absolutely, that we are the cause of global warming. But there is the potential still. And if we have a way of stopping it now, I am for it 100%.
Hey, go ahead and pass the microphone to Mr. Stevens. Here comes our next question.